How's it going, everybody? I'm back. I know it's been a couple days, but I'm here today, and today I wanted to play a couple games, showing a couple decks that I've made. So I have an alt account, and this is it. And you know, the real problem that stems from mid-ladder Clash Royale is when players go up against other players who have higher level cards. Okay, and so hopefully I want to help you guys uh, learn how to play around those high level cards so that you can kind of win the game even though if your opponent has higher level. Now, right now, my opponent's only like Crown Tower 7, which is really good. But he does have level 8 cards like I do, so we're kind of in a good spot, except that Wizard. So, with Pekka Bridgeman, which is the first deck we're playing here, what it really struggles with is Wizard. At least what I've found it struggles with, because this version that I'm playing doesn't really have a big spell. So we're doing everything to protect our Witch, because Witch is broken in this arena. And yeah, that's the plan right now. So he has a Prince. We're gonna play guards, and again, this Dark Goblin is really tough to deal with. We need to make sure our guards live, and it's okay if the Dark Goblin gets a couple hits. So, it sucks. Okay, Reminder go. Reminder go. Reminder will do more damage than the Hog over time. I'm gonna zap here, just so the Ram Rider kills the spirit or the minions, and we'll get more damage over a certain period of time, but it's pretty even. Okay, but we can take his tower with these big spells, so we're actually not in a bad spot here. But yeah, I want to talk more about like general game tips rather than just like straight up certain plays that I'm doing, and I want to talk about more about the deck than I usually do. So I'm playing not the optimal version of the deck, mainly because I started this account 2 days ago, and I don't really have the cards that I need to be able to play the like optimal version of the deck. The reason I'm poisoning here is that the skeletons go away and the witch will be vulnerable, and if more skeletons spawn, they'll all die instantly. And when you back, I'll take out the witch, and it might take out the tower as well. Perfect. Okay, that's why I'm poisoning. So one of the big mistakes that you see kind of in low ladder here is people overspend to defend, and they see like, oh, that's not going to take my tower, and then it takes their tower, and they're too late to defend. I'm actually not going to defend this at all because I don't have the cards to do it. So we're going to bats here, and we're going to play a witch to play a little bit of defense. We'll spawn some skeletons. We can surround this prince here. And at the end of the day, he's doing a lot of damage to our tower, but we have a Pekka on that side, and he's played a lot of stuff into the poison. And we have a Ram Rider, and this Pekka is going crazy. One hit for the Pekka, okay. And the Ram Rider is going crazy, and we have a bunch of splash from the Witch. So you see how your tower's life, your tower's health can be kind of a resource for this deck, where like, especially you'll see this in beatdown, and especially when opponents have high level cards or a deck that goes all in, you'll see them play a lot of cards to the bridge, and it's very difficult to defend. And when that happens, you can overextend a little bit. You can choose to attack more than they can defend and let your tower go away. And you can play troops, because I played that witch on the left side, so it still hit the opponent's troops and contribute to the attack. So that's kind of what you want to be doing with this deck. Okay, now we'll go to Golem Beatdown here. We'll go to the second deck. So this is Golem Beatdown. We have an Evo Tesla in this one, kind of as a defensive building. So with this deck, you really want to wait till double elixir to show off your push, okay? It's very tough to golem in the back and not get punished, even though in this arena, a lot of people might not have cards that punish very effectively. So you really want to, especially when you have an Evo, because Evo Tesla came out for free, you want to be cycling your Evo. You want to be playing pretty passively when you have a heavy deck like this, not necessarily just for Golem Beatdown, but you want to be playing pretty passively. It would have been okay to go Golem in the back now that I have Tesla down, but for now we're gonna hold off, and we're gonna see. Okay, so he goes Wizard, so we're gonna play Mini Pekka to counter that eventually. So he's been leaking a lot of elixir. That's okay, because he has Witch. This is rough actually. Okay. I think I might take some damage here. That's okay. Mainly because all of his cards are high level. That's okay. It's fine. We actually might not. Okay, this Baby Dragon's going to splash. Our Witch is going to splash. Yeah, okay, not too bad. Not too bad. So, with Golem Beatdown, once again, you really want to wait till double elixir. And I think it's important to note that... Okay. Alright, buddy. We're going to go Guards in the middle here. We're also going to go Tesla down low to help out a little bit. Right, his Mini Pekka is low level. So when you're in these lower arenas, you really want to take note of what cards your opponents have that are high level, because if you know, then you can play around them. So we're still not at double elixir here. So I'm still gonna play Golem in the back, because It's okay if he goes to the left tower, and if he goes to the right tower, I can defend and support the golem. If he goes to the left tower, we can just defend it easily. There's no problem, because we have mini P.E.K.K.A. He's going to rocket the golem. This is a terrible play. Never do this. Never rocket a golem, because I'm going to put support cards behind the golem eventually. At least that's how you're supposed to play golem. And so it makes absolutely no sense to rocket before I put any support card. Like, look how much rocket value you could have gotten if he had waited. But now he has no elixir to defend, even though it's double elixir for him. And we're going to put a mini P.E.K.K.A. in the other lane because he's going to overcommit on this side, and he's going to be unable to defend that left side as well. So this should take the tower on the left side. Oh, not quite. If he wants to save his right side tower, he could have, but he didn't. So we're going to split guards again. We know we can split guards because Zap can't take them out. We're also going to jam an Evo Tesla down. I know it's not defending anything, but all we have to do for the next, I don't know, minute and a half, or not even a minute and a half, 30 seconds, is play some good defense. So we're going to do that. Yeah, so there we go. That should be about it. If we just keep defending, putting some troops behind our tower, making sure that he can't get an attack in. He has rocket. It's important to note. I'm actually going to go in here because if he has to defend this and he can't go in. So he has rocket. We just got to be aware of that. I haven't seen another win condition from him, and Giant Skeleton doesn't count. So we're in a great spot. We're just going to play a Tesla here. Again, not the best play, but it'll stop Elite Barbarians if he puts them at the bridge or something like that. So yeah, very easy. Good game. That's how you play Golem. We got one big push kind of during double elixir, unless they overcommit to it like you did with the rocket, and then you win the game. So Golem beatdown, pretty easy, pretty self-explanatory. Same goes for Lava Hound. Same goes for decks like that. In those matches as well, your Chesser or your Hunter, your tower life, your tower health is a resource. So don't be afraid to lose a tower or lose half your tower to Hog Rider, as long as you can win in the other lane, especially if it's overleveled. And the last deck we'll play today is Log Bait. Okay, so a lot of the Log Bait cards are actually boosted this season, which is great. It means a lot of players can play it, which is also really great. So we're going to try to make it happen. But yeah, as for why I was missing for the last couple days, my girlfriend was over, and also I've been playing too much Clash Royale. So I haven't felt the need to record because I've been enjoying the game too much. Okay, we're going to have to Goblin Gang this, which we do. Very nice. So his tower is really high level, and also all of his cards seem to be really high level. So this might be a tough game. Yeah, okay. All his cards are boosted pretty high. So when you're playing an opponent that seems to be over level, it does mean they're probably worse than they should be for this arena. Yeah, my Valkyrie doesn't even one-shot that. That's okay. We're doing well for now. We've lowered his tower's health to the amount of health that I have on my towers, which is, something. But, yeah, so we'll get in here with our Skeleton Barrel. With Log Bait, you really want to be... Okay, this guy's terrible. You really want to be aggressively playing cards. You see how I baited his spell? I baited 2 spells there, which I shouldn't have, but I did. And so now he has to kind of tank an entire Goblin Barrel, an entire Dark Goblin. Even though it doesn't do a ton of damage, it's still taking out... half his tower's gone. So with decks like this, it's not about all one big push. It's about kind of putting your opponent in an elixir disadvantage, which we did because he spent 2 spells on a Skeleton Barrel, and then capitalizing. Also cycling our Evos. But when we put him in that elixir disadvantage, we kept on spamming him. He doesn't have the 2 spells that he used to defend 1 card, and he's kind of scrambling for next. So we're again, he's wasted his Evo Wizard, which is a splash damage card. So we're going to go Skeleton Barrel at the bridge. What does he have for it? He probably has freeze. Might miss his freeze even. No? Okay, and he's just not even going to defend it. So it's pretty easy, pretty light from here. We're going to play low bats to defend the Dark Goblin. It's in the tower's range. That was actually really good bats. And then we're going to go Dark Goblin at the bridge. Again, to bait his spell. See if we make him over-defend, which he won't. So yeah, again, the biggest mistake that I see in these low ranks is when players over-defend. This Valkyrie down. Oh, he tried to predict the freeze early. That's all right. All right, Valkyrie goes down. I kind of mistimed it because I saw the hog, but that's okay. And again, he doesn't have any spells for this, or he's already left the game. And so that's really what you want to be doing with Log Bait. You really want to be overwhelming your opponent with all these cards that do splash damage, so that, you've done a bunch of chip by the end of the game. And so now we have, 4 to 5 units on his King Tower, and he's already gone. So yeah, that's kind of the crash course to those decks. If you want me to, help a little bit more with deck recommendations, or you want to have a deck that you play that you want to see me play, let me know in the comments, and I'll definitely check it out. But yeah, this is the alt account. We're gaining slowly. If people want to join the clan is 23 million sheep. We're locked in. Our best player is alright. He's at 7K. So yeah, hop in. Get in the Mr. Aura 22 clan.